Ben presses navigate and follows the instructions. His GPS says, turn left, into the lake. His eyes scream, no, but he swerves anyway. Sound impossible? It isn't. Tourists have literally driven into the Pacific by blindly following GPS instructions. They didn't question the machine. They didn't pause. It's a shockingly real example of what happens when we surrender our senses to a bot. Here's the thing. We aren't dumb. We have incredible brains, yet we also have built-in bugs. The experts call this automation bias. In simple terms, our brains are wired to favor advice from machines and ignore our own instincts, even if our instincts are right. It's as if a shortcut in our neural hardware kicks in. We see a polished screen and smooth voice, and suddenly our rational guard switches off. This isn't some corporate hype. It's a real cognitive glitch, hard-coded into how we think. Imagine a stick figure named Ben. Ben's on a road trip with his 100,000 investment portfolio running on autopilot. His eyes tell him the road ahead is a cliff. But the GPS, that bot, tells him, go straight. Ben trusts it. The stickman drives right off the cliff. In the market, this looks like a killer trade. A bot prompts a move into a crashing stock or says, sell everything. Ben follows without question until, poof, his portfolio vaporizes. We've seen real-life versions of this. An automated trading error can wipe out thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. In crypto, an AI bot once accidentally sent a 250K token stash to the wrong address. No, Ben didn't see that coming, and neither did his bot. Yet the bot's word felt more certain than Ben's own judgment. 3 reasons we cede our logic. 1. Cognitive ease. Thinking is hard. The brain loves things that feel easy and fluent. A bot suggestion comes in neatly packaged, clear and polished, like candy for the brain. Processed thoughts feel true. Studies show when information is simple to understand, we trust it more and decide faster. In other words, following the bot feels smooth. Using our own noggin feels like extra work. So we default to the simpler path. Our neurons basically go, don't want to think, let's tap the screen instead. Cognitive ease is why clear charts and bullet points make us say, looks legit, even if the data's shaky. 2. Absolution of guilt. If Ben's solo trade blows up, he feels awful. He'll beat himself up for months. But if the bot gave the advice, it's not his fault. Human psychology loves a scapegoat. Researchers call it the responsibility gap. People tend to blame the algorithm, not themselves or its programmer, when things go wrong. In one study, seeing the AI as having a mind made people shift blame to the bot and away from the humans behind it. We literally use "it was the algorithm" as a shield. A famous example, Stanford Medical Center's vaccine mix-up was blamed on very complex algorithms, even though humans set them up. By trusting the machine, Ben can quietly wash his hands of guilt. The bot fails? Oh well, the bot was wrong. Lucky me, I was just following instructions. Third, the perfection myth. We imagine machines as infallible. We think bots are these superhuman gods of logic. So when a human stumbles, we're forgiving. When a machine stumbles, it's unforgivable. A Financial Times columnist put it bluntly, we forgive human error, but demand infallibility from algorithms. We expect the digital advisor to be perfect. When it isn't, we feel betrayed. Research confirms this. People set up a perfection scheme for AI. As soon as the robot makes a mistake, our disappointment skyrockets. We judge the algorithm more harshly than a human because it shouldn't have messed up. In fact, experiments show that when an AI fails to deliver its expected perfect performance, users lash out, punishing it far more than a person who erred. Ironically, by rewarding perfection, we set ourselves up for deep frustration whenever reality intrudes. Stop for a second. Imagine a life or death decision, choosing to fire a missile or not, guided by your gut, and then an AI advisor chimes in. Guess what? In a study, 2/3 of people let the robot change their minds, even when the AI's advice was random. 2/3. Over trust. Think about that. Would you let a faceless algorithm overrule your instincts in a split-second choice? Probably not, yet millions of times a day, we're doing exactly that with much smaller choices, from what stock to buy to what route to take. Here's a truth bomb. Regulators are investigating roughly 1,000 crashes involving Tesla's autopilot, because drivers have ended up in bad situations while trusting their machines. Almost all these crashes are being scrutinized. Every time, the story is eerily similar. The human trusted the AI. Usually, human error causes accidents. The National Highway Safety folks say about 94% of accidents involve driver mistake. But our minds gloss over that. We notice every Tesla crash on autopilot in the headlines, and we wonder why the car betrayed us, not why the human wasn't more attentive. We've seen the trap. Now, how do we break free? The first rule, treat the machine as an advisor, not a boss. What does that mean? Think of the mental model, trust, but verify. When a bot gives advice, pause. Ask yourself, does this make sense? Could this be wrong? Literally say it. Challenge it like a friend's suggestion. Here's one practical mental model, the cognitive double check. Whenever an algorithm nudges you toward a decision, immediately do a quick sanity check. Does it align with known facts? Is there a simpler explanation? What would my intuition say if the data were foggy? This keeps you in the loop. You use your critical thinking as a shield. By doing this, you flip the script. The AI provides data, but you remain the captain. In effect, you're building up your cognitive capital, sharpening your judgment muscles so they actually get stronger over time. Remember what chess grandmaster Garry Kasparov found. The best players are centaurs, humans using AI wisely, not blindly. If we can adopt this mindset, listening, but always verifying, we stop giving away our power. We avoid the lake. We keep our 100K instead of watching it evaporate. Here's the last word. Machines can be brilliant helpers, but they're not gods. Every time we check their answers with our own brains, we grow stronger. We question, we resist the shortcut, we keep learning. And that, truly, is building our cognitive capital. Use your head, the real supercomputer, and you'll never drive off the cliff.